This spring, I received an email from a representative from the Union of Concerned Scientists asking me to share an opportunity for artists to produce a piece of public art about science and how it affects our democracy and our daily lives. And I thought it was a really cool grant opportunity, and it kind of fit in with a project I had been thinking about for a while. Kind of happened kismet in relation to the project we were doing on the MKT Trail with the Office of Sustainability. I thought I'd apply for it as resident arts. The design itself is kind of circular. It starts and ends with the creek, and then the scene is housed within a quote by the famed futurist Marshall McLuahn. "There are no passengers on spaceship Earth. We are all crew." The message there is obviously that we all have a responsibility to care for our planet. It's not someone else's job, it's ours, and that the way that we can do this is through these small changes in our daily routines. I like to think that it is both optimistic and holding people responsible.
I think that the vibrancy of our cultural affairs in Colombia and our love of the arts is kind of married together with our also love of environmental stewardship. And so by putting both of those community values together in one project is kind of unique and pretty in line with what Colombia does. You know, the idea about climate change and this sort of huge global issue can be overwhelming at times and not very exciting. And so by partnering with artists to help get the word out about like how this is an issue and how our local community is trying to improve things, that helped us probably gain additional attention for the actions that we're trying to do and helps make it a little bit more approachable.
I had a few hang-ups in the approval process. Ultimately had to switch locations. Initially we had planned to start painting in August, and the team schedule was kind of set up so that we would all be working at the same time. But once the school year started and we were still not quite painting, people's schedules weren't as free as they had previously been. In a gallery, you might see a large painting, and that's like, what, max 12 feet by 12 feet, right? Like that's the max. But in this mural, the one that we completed was 750 square feet. That's, you know, it was like 7 feet tall by 109 feet long or something, right? Obviously you have the distinct challenge of trying to cover a lot of space. It's kind of a marathon.
Public art's really special in the sense that it brings the arts to the people when they're out conducting their daily lives, and also maybe be challenged in your thinking. You don't really have to go to a museum or pay an entry fee to see a special exhibit. It's not for an exclusive group of people who can afford that. It's for everyone.
It was very challenging, but we made it through, and I think it's a great mural, and I'm really happy with the finished product. So in the end, it kind of doesn't matter anymore how stressful it was. We did it. Got a couple projects lined up for 2019, so yeah, I'm looking forward to moving on and to making Columbia better through more public art.